welcome back, and it's our featured game of the week in round 6 of the Champions Cup, the last week of the pool stages. And of course, it's our featured games. We're going to look at what... No, we're not, because it's Saracens again. And they're up against Northampton, and it's a must-win game, and we still might not qualify. I've heard it all before, Goody. We're hearing it.
We are.
It's a must-win game.
Oh, it's do or die, isn't it? Obviously, with Saracens drawing against Ospreys at the weekend, they should have won. They've left themselves in a real tough spot now. They need other results to go their way as well. They need Clermont to beat Ospreys in France. They also need games from other pools. It's going to come down to points difference. Saracens are expecting to win this and win this comfortably, but to be fair to Northampton, they've bounced back over the last couple of weeks, had a good win against Gloucester in the Premiership, and then they beat Clermont, a team that did the double over Saracens in the Champions Cup. So they're back, Northampton. But have they got the firepower? Have they got the will to go to Saracens and win? I don't think so. You've picked out someone pretty important for Saracens, though, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I mean, with the loss of Billy Vunipola, broken his arm, bad luck for him, because he's a quality player. Bad luck for England as well, so we wish him well. Michael Rose potentially. Spoken about Jackson Ray as well, how big he is, but this man, Owen Farrell, is as big as they get, isn't he? So he's got to be on fire, he's got to be on form. With Brad Barrett outside him, he's got a couple of games back under his belt, Brad Barrett having been injured, but Farrell's the man, and he's got to show up this week, I think, comfortably. I say comfortably, look at me, I'm back, I'm 9-3 down because I'm backing Saracens, my team. But he's the best player, best 10, second best 10 in the world when he's on form, and we've got to see him this week. We've got to see him in attack.
You certainly do. And in big games like this, where they know they're going into the game, Saracens, they know that they're going to have to go out and score 4 tries. Not only score 4 tries, they need to put as many points on Northampton as possible to get their points difference up, because what it will come down to is across pools. So it will come down to a pool 4 team against the Saracens team, who's got the best points difference, because they're all going to end up in and around 18 points for that best runner-up slot. They've got to hope, first and foremost, that Clermont do a job on Ospreys. But this man, in terms of game management, can't just kick for posts, but you've got to build that score, build that win, and then unleash the back line at the right time. And it's about scoring as many tries as possible. And
do you know where Saracens have struggled?
Where's that?
Do you know where the platform struggled?
Scrum time.
Scrum, they're getting smashed in the scrum.
I just don't think there's a strong enough second row there, just behind Mako Vunipola. That's where you used to be, wasn't it?
No, I was on the right side. I was like the power scrummager.
Were you on the right side of the stand when you were sat in the seats, or?
So you're talking it up there, set piece in the scrum.
Sorry.
But yeah, set piece, scrum's been poor. The line-out's been, the aerial contest of winning, but the maul's been poor.
Yeah.
And for me, Northampton at the weekend, great opportunity to go out there and win the game. And hey, let's see what happens. We could be here in 6-8 weeks' time, at semi-final time, and Saracens are on the upward rise again. So we will see. We've picked out Owen Farrell. Who have you picked out for Northampton? Well,
Northampton are on the rise. They obviously played a couple of games against Saracens this year and got absolutely destroyed by them. I think it was 57-21.
First game.
In the first game of the Champions Cup up in Franklin's Gardens. For me, Northampton, they've changed their head coach. They've got Alan Gaffney in. You like to call him Dean Gaffney.
It just reminds me of the guy out of EastEnders.
He's got Wellard the dog with him as well. But Alan Gaffney's come over from Australia.
He looks about 110.
He does. Yeah. But they're 2 from 2 under his leadership, aren't they?
Yeah.
And for me, a guy that has been at the club at Northampton for a long, long time, Ben Foden, has had a massive impact over the last 2 weeks. You see him here, ball in hand.
Hell of a lid.
He's got luscious long locks, but he scored a try from 60 out the weekend, turned Morgan Parrott inside out.
How big did Morgan Parrott look?
I think Morgan Parrott just ran away from the contact. But Ben Foden, rolling back the years, counter-attack, took the ball, beat a couple, threw the dummy, pinned his ears back, scored in the corner. And when you're in a tough spot as a club, you go to your senior players. And there's no doubt Northampton have been in a horrendous spot. They lost 11 on the spin. They've won their last 2 games. And it's guys like Ben Foden, Tom Wood as well, Courtney Laws.
Christian Day.
Christian Day played well as well.
Mate. He was good. He was
really good. But it's those guys that have been part of the club for a long time. The DNA of what has been good about Northampton have really pulled them through. And this Northampton team are a team that are massively hurting. They've played Saracens twice this year. Once the first day of the season at Twickenham, got absolutely spanked there. Second time at Franklin's Gardens, 57-21. Can they get some retribution and try and prevent Saracens from qualifying for the quarterfinals? For me, that is their motivation. They're taking 2 50-point drubbings, and when you've got players like Ben Foden back in the form they're in, caring about the club and what they do day in, day out, I think it's massively important that the big guys step up, and he's a big name in their team.
So you've gone for Northampton to beat Saracens?
Absolutely not, no. I'm going Saracens by 25 points.
OK. I don't want to say. I just think Saracens going to win. I don't want to say that they're going to go out there and smash them, and Mayaka's going to turn into a 10-3.
They have to score 4 tries, don't they?
They've got to.
Minimum requirement. Or Saracens are out the double back-to-back champions of Europe. It would be horrendous to see them out.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Horrendous to see them.
Because they're my team, okay? Saracens versus Northampton, that's our featured game of the week. Hopefully we're back here and we're all smiling and we're not crying. But that's it, the featured game of the week. Final week, let's see what happens. And you know what? Saracens are still my team. They're still his team. But this season, they're always BetSafe's team.